Hey, what's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. I'm here. You're here. We're here. I'm just glad to be here. I am. It's another beautiful day. Oh my God, it was a beautiful day here in St. Louis. Yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Almost 90 degrees. I got out. I went fishing today. Yes, I did. Uh, didn't catch much. I caught one 2 pound channel cat, but that was fun. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful day. I got up early. You know, me and all this traveling I do, this East Coast, Eastern time zone thing kind of throws me off a little bit. So I've been up early. Voice is sounding a little weird. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. But again, I'm here. You're here. Glad you guys are here. Look into my magic mirror and see who I see. I say, hey, Pumpkin Princess, good to see you. Hey, Mr. Net, how you doing, Mr. Net? Yeah, glad to see you too. Hey, Miss Coley, great to see you. Yes, that's right. Like, love, and share the message. Brother Dave, good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you, my brother. So again, Roger, glad to see you as well. Man, you guys are really popping in tonight. Do me a favor. Be sure you share the message. You know, like, love, share it. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Coley, just for you, because you always share it on multiple platforms. The name of the show tonight is Pat Yourself on the Back. Hey, baby sis, good to see you. DC Fluffy out there in DC, good to see you, baby. Yes, I am. Always happy to see you. So it's been a crazy week. Hey, Marion, good to see you too. It's been a crazy week, y'all. Brother, I've been busier than a one legged man in a soccer tournament. I've been busier than a one legged man in a kung fu fight. Yeah, I've been busy. And had something really, really wonderful happen to us this week. I wrote about it. Matter of fact, I put the article on my Facebook page. It's a 7 minute read. So if you got 7 minutes, go back and take a look at it. It's a journey in DEI. But long story short, I'm really kind of proud to say that, yeah, I was actually on a global stage this past week, global, not national, not regional. I spoke to a global audience about diversity, equality, and inclusion. And long, what blew my mind about it was I was the only person on that panel. It was six people on the panel, four very accomplished women from different nationalities and different parts of the world. I'm a big fan of theirs now. Just knowing what what they've gone through and the heights that they've reached. And there was two men, me and another gentleman, and he was from South. He was from Brazil, and he was the first man that He's the first black man I've seen with this company that I am with that has had a senior leadership position. But it inspired me. It really inspired me and gave me something to look up to. Will I ever make it to that far leadership? I don't know, but it gave me something to look forward to. And I was really, really proud to see all of the people that was on that panel. I love their messages. I love what they talked about. And the other beautiful part about it is that this diversity, equality, and inclusion initiative by my day job, by the company I work with, and I hope to be with them until I retire, is that it all started from an email I wrote 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I wrote an email, and it went from a email to now it's an international, global situation with our company, and I'm just very, very, very proud of that. I just can't I just can't say it enough. I'm very, very proud of that. So thank y'all for the kudos. I see them coming in over here. Um, so hey, Robert. Oh, Robert's over on LinkedIn. Good to see you. Congratulations on the DEI. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Annette. Good to see you. Glad you say you're late, but I'm glad you're here. Cousin Barbara. Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you guys in June. Yes, I am. Thank you, Mary. She said, "Awesome. So proud of you. Thank you very much." Uh, let's see. Dave says, "Sir, you are very accomplished and deserve to be known by the world." I think you have a biased opinion there, Dave, but I thank you for that too. DC Fluffy says, the places you go never cease to amaze me. I'm proud. Thank you, daughter of Shirley, as I am the son of Shirley. Thank you very much. So it's been a busy week. It really has. I've been to Atlanta and Detroit and Cincinnati and Columbus and back home and went fishing. So there's that. Didn't have a show this weekend. Next show's not coming up until next weekend. I'll be in I forget the name of the little town, in Missouri doing an American Legion situation. So looking forward to that. Let's get to the message because I've been rambling on for 7 minutes now. The message tonight comes from a conversation I had with a very good friend of mine today. And they told me they finally put in their retirement papers. I was doing their taxes, so I had a couple of questions I needed to ask. And they finally told me they put in their retirement papers and they're hoping to retire soon. And I'm like, I'm proud, very proud, because I've been riding them for the last couple of years. They could have retired 4 years ago. And they finally put in their retirement papers. And they told me why they hesitated to do the retirement paperwork was because they have been a blessing to so many for so long that they were afraid to, I won't say afraid, they were cautious. I'm going to say afraid. They were afraid to retire because they weren't sure that they were going to have the resources they weren't going to have the resources to continue to be a blessing to others. And I told my friend, I said, I'm going to tell you something. You've been a blessing to so many for so long. It is time for you to take your rest. God has provided for you for a very long time. And just because you retire doesn't mean he's going to stop providing for you. It's time for you to take your flowers, take your seat, show yourself some self-love, pat yourself on the back, because you have done a lot for a lot of people for a very long time. It's time for you to love yourself. And just as soon as I said that, it went bing, 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 bing in my head. And I said, this is my message for the night. The message for the night is pat yourself on the back, because see, everybody, all of y'all, if you're listening to my voice, every one of you deserve a pat on the back, some serious self-love and appreciation for all that you do and have done for others in your life. You do. You really do. That's right. Take a knee. You go out of your way to make sure others are okay and have what they need. You do this. You spend time with people just because you care about them and their well-being. Just because they need a friend, you're there for them. Just because they're hungry, you will feed them. You will cook in your home, make a plate and take it to them. You will go out of your way to love on other people. You'd give a complete stranger the shirt off your back, and probably even your last $2 at the same time if they needed it. But what about you? What about you? Why don't you show you some love? Show yourself some love. Show yourself the love that you show others. Why won't you do that? You should. You deserve it. Yes, you do. I know the world's always, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do this. No, love yourself. Show yourself some love. Show yourself some appreciation. Why don't you do it for yourself like you do it for others? Well, today we are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about celebrating you and how you can show yourself some love for just being the awesome, amazing person that you are. Because, see, I don't care what you have done. Today, you are an awesome person. I don't care about your past. I'm just talking about today, going forward. Because, see, as they say, there's a reason why cars have a windshield and a rear view mirror. Their rear view mirror is just a small glimpse into your past. That front windshield is the rest of your world in front of you. Yeah. So stop looking back. Look forward. And tonight, yeah, we're gonna figure out how to show you for you how to figure out for you how to show yourself some love. But okay, let's see. Roger says you need a huge pat on the back on your back. You've inspired Jaden and I. Well, thank you. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that, man. Mary says, I don't know. My last $2 is for the jukebox. Oh, you got jokes tonight. Okay. Coley says, it is a punishment to grow old in this country. Everywhere else, especially overseas to the east of us, the elderly are put on pedestals and are very respectfully taken care of by everybody. And you're right, Coley. You're very right. And I'm not a big fan of elderly homes, nursing homes, senior care facility, whatever you want to call them. I'm not a big fan of housing the elderly. I'm not. I do believe that they should be celebrated because they've spent their entire lives helping others, taking care of others, teaching others, sharing with others, loving on others. Now, unfortunately, there are some people that are there that don't have anybody in their lives. That is unfortunate, but it is the truth. And it does something to me every time I walk into a nursing facility. And it doesn't just do something to me, it does something to my soul. And I know I couldn't work in one because I would try to love on everybody there and let them know that they're special and that somebody cares about them. And I'd run myself into the ground just trying to make sure they knew that they were loved. But that's me. And I know my weakness. And my weakness are people that are in need. So sorry, that's a whole nother conversation. Brother Dave says, I am just like you, Vernon. Neither of us take those pats on the back well. We always play it off. Oh, you say I play off the pat on the back, Dave. You say me play shoot. Okay, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Um, and I think I do it because I don't feel like I deserve it. And that's just the truth. And the reason why a lot of us don't take those pats on the back or pat ourselves on the back is because we don't believe that we deserve it. But you do. You deserve that love. You deserve that reward. You deserve to be loved and appreciated. You do. Now, granted, every one of your good deeds will be rewarded. It may not come back from the person that you gave it to, that you gave your good deed to. But that good deed, no good deed goes unrewarded in some way, form, or fashion. It comes back to you. And when it comes back to you, you don't even know where it came from. It just shows up. It's a blessing. It's like, wow, where did this come from? Where did this opportunity come from? This week, me speaking on that panel, I looked around and was like, are you guys, I'm looking at all these titles on the screen. This is Vice President of Global Vice President, CEO, Deputy CEO. And I'm looking, going, am I supposed to be here? But I am. And I'm going to take those flowers and I'm going to say thank you very much. We don't give ourselves our own flowers enough. And ain't nothing wrong with buying flowers for yourself or picking some flowers for yourself. You deserve the love. So tonight, we're going to talk about some ways to show yourself some love. Because see, there's, like I said, there's a number of reasons why people don't just embrace the love that people are showing to them or embrace the love that they should be giving back to themselves. But one of the things that we've got to do is practice self-compassion. You got to embrace your inner cheerleader instead of dwelling on critical, self-talk, talking bad to yourself. Imagine you being a supportive friend, offering words of encouragement to yourself. You got to channel that voice to uplift yourself throughout the day, every day. Because yes, there's constantly stuff being thrown at us left, right, and center. You got to give yourself that self-talk, that positive self-talk. Hey, Charlotte, good to see you, love. You got to be your own cheerleader, your inner cheerleader, because the reality of it is you are the best you that we have because there is no other you. So that makes you the best version of you that we have. And the only person that you can be is you because everybody else is taken. Self-compassion. You got to get away from those negative thoughts. You know, when a bad or critical thought pops up, you got to challenge it. You got to challenge its validity. Is it true? Is it objectively true? Or is it that harsh inner critic peeking his head out? Because we are our own worst critics. Because case in point, I've been told that I'm fairly decent looking. I think I'm pretty average, but that's me. You know, that inner critic. I think I'm a pretty good comic, but some people have said other, but that's just me. We are often hard on ourselves. Sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. We got to have some self-compassion. We got to remind yourself of your strengths and past accomplishments to get past that negativity. You deserve those accolades. You deserve those attaboys for what you've done in the past because you've done some great things. You got to prioritize your needs. You need to create a self-care situation, a self-care menu, if you will. List activities that replenish your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. What do you love to do that makes you feel better? You know, having a go-to list makes it easier to choose self-care things to practice when you need a pick-me-up. Mine is go fishing. That's my thing. Go fishing and play Call of Duty. Yes, I play Call of Duty. Y'all know I got an Xbox. All right. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been going through a little something here lately. And my creativity has been gone. I have not, seriously, I haven't wrote a joke. I haven't wrote an article since probably February because of what was going on with me. And so I had to stop and figure out what it was that I needed to do to get me back on track, my physical, my mental, my emotional well-being back on track. So that's what I did. I went fishing today. I did my yard work today. Did y'all see a picture of my yard? Check it out on Facebook. Kind of proud. But you got to prioritize your needs. You got to take care of yourself. You got to learn to delegate. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you're overloaded because, see, some of us are guilty. I'm not going to point any fingers, but some of us are guilty of overloading ourselves, taking on too much, trying to save the world. You can't save the damn world. Your name is not Jesus, and last I checked, your last name ain't Christ. You can't save the world. You got to hand off some of that responsibility. But by doing that, delegating those tasks allow you to focus on what matters most and prevent you from burning out. And burnout doesn't just happen on a job. It happens in life. It happens with relationships. It happens with people get burnt out on their churches. And I'm not talking about chicken. Some people get burnt out on churches chicken too. But it happens in life. So you got to prioritize your needs. Let's look over here. Hold on. Let's see. Charlotte says she's good to go. Okay, great. Glad to hear it, Charlotte. Cody, thanks for calling that out. Uh, DC Fluffy says, "Damn straight, you belong there. The words of wisdom and knowledge that you share with the crowd was just as important as the ones with the titles. It was no mistake you were on that stage. Take your own advice, big brother. Reach around and pat your back. I would, but my shoulder's hurting from doing yard work." um, I don't know what coding is. I don't know what that is, Cody. Maybe you can send me something on that. Hey, Trisha, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show. Really appreciate you. Trisha is a great photographer. She's really, really, really good. You said you should play Call of Duty with Jaden. Maybe I can sometimes. Thank you, Dave. He said the y'all looks great. Charlotte said it looked great. Hey, Sion, good to see you. As always, my friend. You keep bringing your light to others. Yes, I do keep bringing my light to others. I do. Why? Because God has given me so much to share, so much light to share. I can't keep it to myself. So no, I don't stream. I don't stream on Call of Duty because I play and I'm pretty good, but I'm not good enough to stream. I'm not that good, Cody. Uh, but anyway, celebrate your achievements, y'all. Yeah, you got to celebrate those achievements. Treat yourself to a reward. After you accomplish something, indulge in a small token of appreciation. Give yourself something. Buy those flowers. Buy yourself a pair of tennis shoes. Get that candy bar you know damn well you shouldn't be eating. But just a small token of appreciation goes a long, long way. And whenever I keep, y'all know Showhorn. I keep Showhorn close by because this was a token of appreciation. This was a token of love. I didn't buy it, it was given to me. But I keep Showhorn right here beside me on my desk. And when I don't feel, and when I need that to feel appreciated, I look there. I look up on my wall where my pictures are of my family. And sometimes I go out and I buy myself something pretty. Bought a real cool, real pretty. Well, it's very nice. It's not pretty. It's a nice pink shirt and a nice lavender shirt for work this week. Yes, I did. But yeah, a small token of appreciation for yourself. This reinforces positive behavior, just like with kids. Kids do something good, you give them something, and they keep going, they keep doing it. But it also motivates you to keep striving, to keep moving forward, to keep doing what you're doing. And sometimes, yes, we do need to bribe ourselves, but we got to reward ourselves. Just like more often than not, we scold ourselves for our mistakes. Just as much as we scold ourselves for our mistakes, we must celebrate those achievements, no matter how small or how big. You got to visualize your success. Take a moment to imagine yourself achieving a goal. I got a friend of mine that hasn't been to work in a little while because of an injury, and I want that person to. I'm not gonna call them by name, but I want that person to visualize themselves healing to the point to where they can go back to work, going back to do what they love to do. Every week, I visualize being here on this show. I really do, and I'm here. A lot of times, I told my friend that I was talking to this morning, I'm like, I don't have a message for tonight. And then we had that conversation. I said, that's my message for tonight. And I think they chimed in just to see if I was going to keep my word, but I kept my word. You got to visualize. It does boost your confidence and it moves you forward. But you got to celebrate yourself. You got to celebrate those achievements. Let's see. Marion, if you knew how much the property values raised around here because of my house, you would probably be shooting me. But that's a whole other story. Okay, we got a LinkedIn user says achievement is what you feel or do not what others recognize. That makes a lot of sense. David said, Melinda made that because she loves you like I do. I love y'all too very much. So Cody says, you don't necessarily have to be good to have an audience, hon. Millions of people just like watching others play. Okay, that's an idea. But okay, Coley, you know I do a lot of stuff. When will I have time to stream or learn how to stream? Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Hey, Mary Lou, good to see you. Wait a minute, Ain't Rita's on here? Where Ain't Rita at? Ain't Rita is not on my screen. Is she? If she is, hey, Ain't Rita, good to see you, babe. Tell Uncle Clifton I said hey. And Marion says, I need to water the front yard. Okay, so set boundaries. We got to set it. We do have to set some boundaries. You have to have boundaries in your life. You have to identify your emotional triggers. What situations or people drain your energy? What people do you have to go, you know what? I'm going to talk to you later on. Or, you know what? I got to go. I got to catch a bus to Ogden, Kansas, and it leaves in 20 minutes. You got to get away from them. You got to get away from those emotional and energy vampires. Once you because they're not good for you. But once you recognize your triggers, you can develop strategies to protect yourselves from emotional depletion. Yeah. It's your energy. You got to keep it. Communicate your boundaries assertively. This is it. This is how far I'm going. That's it. A simple but firm no, or I can't take that on right now. I can't do that, or not no, hell no, goes a long way. I would like to use the other vernacular. Oh, hell no. Anyway. Oh, the one is, I think I made a t-shirt. Y'all remember the t-shirt? FUQNAW. Yeah, that one. I didn't see. I think I sold maybe 30 of those, and I was like, maybe this is not a good idea. But y'all bought it. I thought it was good. I did. I got a couple left still. You don't need to apologize for prioritizing your self-being, your well-being, your mental well-being. Then you got to, you ain't got to apologize. Now, another thing that you can do. You wore yours today, baby sis? Okay, cool. Yep, that's another one right there, Cody. Yeah, you got to say it sometimes. You got to set those boundaries. Well, guys, you got to practice gratitude. You got to practice gratitude. And we've talked about this before. You got to start a gratitude journal. Dedicate a few minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for, big or small. And then go back and read it sometimes. Over time, this practice, it cultivates a positive outlook and fosters appreciation for the good in your life. Express gratitude to others. Thanking those who support you strengthens your relationships and reinforces a sense of connection. A handwritten note, a telephone call, a text message. My sister and I will send text messages to each other because she's not a real big phone person. And she'll send me a text message. Hey, big bro, just wanted to let you know I love you. Want you to have a great and positive day. And I look at my phone like, oh, gee, no, I'm playing. And her text messages do make me smile because it's just nice to get to know that somebody's thinking about you. You ain't got to get on the phone and sit on the phone for 3 or 4 hours with somebody to show them you appreciate them. I got a buddy of mine that's probably watching the show. Every now and then he calls and checks on me just to see how I'm doing. And I appreciate it. Not calling, I check on him. And I appreciate it. But that's that express gratitude to others. Because those that love you will show gratitude to you too. It just does something to me when one of my children call me and say, "Hey, I just called. I don't want nothing. I don't need nothing. I just thought I'd call to see how you doing today, Dad or Mister." And my chest just swells because it's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So Annette says, grateful for you all here in support. I live with SMI daughter and ADHD spouse. Oh, wow. You got your hands full there, Annette. I didn't know that. We're going to keep praying for you, sister. You're always welcome here. She said, somebody stole my Longhorn t-shirt and was rolling around with it. What? Really? As Jay Lee would say, did they? Our LinkedIn user says, be in the room or area with those who share your energy. Positive energy is contagious. Well, guys, y'all know me. I can be a little passionate about things. I can be very passionate about things. But I have a goal even in my work life. Every room that I walk into or every person that I interact with, my goal is to leave them better than they were when we met 5, 10, 15 hours ago. That's my goal. My goal is to try to rub some of this positivity off onto them. But you got to invest in your growth. You got to embrace lifelong learning. Dedicate time to exploring, new interests, reading inspirational books, or taking courses that take some courses that enhance your skill set. Continual learning keeps your mind sharp and fosters it fosters a great mindset, a growth mindset. You need a good book to read. I got one for you right here in case you have not read this one. But if you have read it, read it again. Step out of your comfort zone. Growth often happens when you challenge yourself. Try something new, even if it feels scary at first. Celebrate your courage to step out of your comfort zone. Get out. Do something new. Do something different. And yes, these are all ways to celebrate yourself. Now, here's a big one. Forgive yourself. Yeah. Practice self-compassion. You got to meditate, specifically focusing on self-forgiveness. Visualize yourself releasing the burden of guilt and shame associated with a past mistake. Then you got to acknowledge your growth. Reflect on how past experiences, even missteps, mistakes, have shaped you into the strong, resilient person you are today. Now I'm going to tell y'all this piece. I told y'all my practice. I get up in the morning, the first words out of my mouth is thank you, Lord. Then I say my prayer of Jabez. God bless us this day. Let thy hand be with ours. Extend our territory. Protect us from evil. Allow us to cause no pain. I go to the bathroom. I get my coffee. I go out my garage. I open the garage door. I face the east so I can see the sun coming up, or wherever I'm at, I face the east so I can see the sun coming up, and I pray and meditate. I had to ask for forgiveness, and I had to ask for my creativity to be restored to me. I had to ask for my positivity to be restored to me. Because here lately, I had noticed myself becoming a little grumpy old man because of what I'm going through. And I said, that's not me. And I'm not going to let this be me. So I had to ask not only for God and my guardian angels to help me, I had to ask myself to forgive myself and to restore my creativity. This goes all the way back to the beginning of this conversation, us being our worst critic and being hard on ourselves and not showing ourselves the self-love, the love that we would show a complete stranger. I did not show myself the love or the compassion that I showed three. I was out fishing today and I taught three little Hispanic children how to fish today while I was trying to fish. Even gave them a little tackle. One of my fishing poles disappeared. Remember handing it to somebody. I thought I got it back. I may have said you can keep it. I don't know, but don't tell Miss Nanette. Anyway, I had to ask myself for forgiveness. So it does happen. I had to restore my own positivity. I had to ask for my creativity to be restored. So let's see. Sion says, I'm grateful for being able to smile every single day. And you have a beautiful smile too, Sion. You do. Yes, you do. Dave says, hey, I was the first person in the world to have that book. Yeah, you were. You really were. The first one. Because I got two books. Annette says, your yard is beautiful. I say my rosary at night, say prayers in the morning. Amen. We have a choice every time we start our day. I'm gonna say that's be proactive or not. Productive or not. Every day for me, I have to be productive. If I am not productive, I feel like I have wasted a day. And being that chances are, because see, it's written somewhere that you are going to get 70, which is 70. And the way I look at it, I probably live more days than I have left to live. So I try to be productive and positive with every one of those days, but I let a few of those days slip by me, not being my most productive self, not showing myself some love. So here's a couple of others for y'all. Cultivate a positive online community. If you're on this call, if you're watching this show, and you go to my Facebook feed or my line or whatever, everybody that watches this show are great, great people. They are. Most of everybody that I'm watching here, I have met and spent some time with personally, and they're great people. So you're doing it already. You're surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. And they will do that on social media. Except for this Jesus guy and David, they just going to make you flat out laugh is what they're going to do. Because some of the stuff they put out there, oh my Jesus, they put some stuff out there that'll make the Pope blush. There's a guy that watches this show, Buzz. He's just flat out hilarious. But do yourselves a favor. Limit exposure to negativity and comparison traps because it's just not worth it. Unplug and recharge. You got to schedule yourself regular digital detoxes to disconnect from technology and reconnect with yourself. My work cell phone, which is sitting right here on my desk, it automatically goes into do not disturb mode at 6:30 Central Time. This phone right here automatically goes, this is my personal phone, goes into do not disturb at 10:30 every night. And when I plug them up, I don't plug them up beside my headboard. I plug them up at the foot of the bed on at the couch down there on the table because it's out of reach. And I do that on purpose. Unplug people. We had lives before we had these electronic items, these electronic collars. And sometimes you got to unplug and push away from them. Just like today, I was out fishing. My phone was with me, but it was probably about 10 feet away from me. And I was just enjoying. I immersed myself in nature. I spent some time with me, and I was relaxing. And I encourage you to do the same. Because the world did exist before this. And it will continue to go once these are gone. Positive. I'm about to look that word up. Positive. So unplug, recharge every day. Understand something, people, as we close out this show. Self-love is a journey. It's a journey of self-discovery. You got to be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. Celebrate your victories, big, small, intermediate. Embrace your imperfections because your imperfections are what make you uniquely you. Don't nobody really care that your left ear is smaller than your right ear, but that makes it you. Nobody really cares that you like to put peanut butter on your hamburgers. That's you. It's disgusting, but it's you. But that makes you uniquely you. Embrace your imperfections. Remember, you are worth a lot. You are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being respected. And you definitely deserve whatever happiness you can get in this life because this life is short. Nobody knows how much time you have. So you got to enjoy every day like it's your last because the next one is not promised to you. Love yourself. Show yourself that love that you show other people. But do one other thing. Turn it up. And turn it up loud. So that's the message. Let's see what we got, y'all. Let's see. Miss Coley says, Miss Lady Ma'am, we can't tell you what he just said about his fishing pole. Roger says, Jaden Hocamp says, thank you for your service package. I'm happy to provide them. I'm sorry I was late with them. It did slip my mind. I own that. So please forgive me. Coley says, these electronic leashes that we have grown attached to, and I am guilty of not being able to function without them. It has become tough. But again, don't plug it up next to your head. Plug it up at the foot of your bed, somewhere where you got to move to get to it, if you can. Annette says, I'm grateful for the special needs kids that come for equine therapy. I think that is awesome what you do with those children, Annette. I do. Thank you. Practice rejecting and getting away from negative people. Oh, I practice it really well, and I'm pretty good at it too. Yes, I am. Get your negative ass away from me. Yes. Oh, Jesus, I am good at it. Cousin Barbara says, thank you for another great encouraging message tonight. We are looking forward to seeing you in June for sure. I might even dance for y'all, Barbara. Cousin Barbara, I may even dance. I used to be a pretty good dancer. Coley says, thank you. Hope you're doing better. Positive. Got it. So, y'all, that's the message tonight. If you like the message, I see we had more people watch tonight than I've seen in a while. So I'll ask you, man, if you like the message, love it, share it, please. because this is it's a blessing to be able to do this. I love being able to do this. But yeah, you saw me do it, and yeah, I'm patting myself on the back. I need you to pat yourself on the back. I need you to show yourself some love. You do. Show yourself some love. Well, guys, again, this has been Messages in the Madness. I'm your host, Vernon Longhorn Davis. We're here every Sunday, 8 o'clock. You be here, I'll be here. And remember, God loves you, I love you. Take care of yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, show yourself some self-love. Love them kids, hug them kids, give them a hug from me. Respect our vets. Until next week, God bless y'all. Have an awesome, fabulous, wonderful, wonderful week. $2.